We are so very excited to have our special guest, Beckah Shae.
Beckah is an award-winning artist. She also has several top 10 Billboard chart radio singles and has more than 30 million views on YouTube.
Well, we are going to dive right into more about her music and faith journey.
Hey everyone.
Hi, and welcome.
Beckah, can you tell us just a little bit about your testimony?
For me, growing up was a little bit difficult. We had to walk through some difficult times, and I had actually a supernatural encounter with Jesus when I believe I was around 4 or 5 years old. That really helped shape my faith. Just one, having that encounter with him, and two, actually walking through such difficult seasons, because those are the times where we actually are planted the most. That's the time where our faith gets anchored. I think a lot of the brokenness that was in my life in the early years really was all just part of God's plan to set me up to have this unshakable faith. And when I would sing, it was definitely very personal. It was definitely something that meant so much to me because it was a way that I communicated with God, and it was a way that I expressed a lot of the emotions and feelings that I had. And I think that was a super healthy thing to do as a young person, having that outlet. So I would say it was very difficult learning how to share it, because, most people, they translate like an artist or a singer or somebody who does that, it's like a performing thing. So I had to figure out how to do it where it wasn't all of my emotions and all of my feelings and all of my personal thing. It just feels very vulnerable and very, personal. And so I remember I would sing something, and my aunt, my Jewish aunt, would have me sing for all of her friends. She'd be like, "Sing something, Rebecca, sing." And then, and one time I couldn't think of a song, and the only song I could think of was Via Dolorosa by Cincinnati. And they're Jewish. And so I was like, well, it's in Spanish, like they don't know. I don't. And she had me sing it.
Oh, my word.
And they all were like crying and talking about they had chills. And that was for me, as I was very young too. I don't know, maybe 10, 11. I think that was when I started to realize that there was something more, that it created a response in people that I didn't understand. I didn't quite understand at the time. It was me really discovering what a calling was. Wow. And realizing that that's what it was. It's like God saying, I need you to.
How do you manage a successful music career and tie all that together, being a wife and a mom?
First, lots and lots of grace. 2 things that I would say about how I'm balancing the both. I would say one is privilege and one is passion. Privilege is because my husband's producer. It's very convenient for us to be able to make music in our house. Passion is the other thing. There's a passion that fuels me. I love art and I love creativity and I love music, but even more than that, I'm so passionate about the gospel and about what God did to save me and how I can share that with others.
Yeah. Brittany and I are wearing your new shirts for your song Awake, correct? Yes. Yeah, we love them. They're super comfy.
Yes,
so BeckahShae.com, get yourself them.
Well, I came out with a new single this past year called Awake. And there's several scriptures in the Bible about awake, and I feel, for me, I love Isaiah 51, where it talks about put on the garments of splendor. So that's pretty cool with the merch goes together. But to rise up, it's really about rising up and being aware and being fully alert. And this time, this is very, very clear that we are in a season where we need to be awake and we need to know what God knows so that he can protect us and guide us and lead us and take care of us and reveal to us what we need to do next and what we need to see next and hear next.